medulla oblongata. Another day, another dungeon. Except it's night, not the same dungeon.
If you could own stock in a common physical activity, this would be the time to sell on running. You know, you sell high. And running is higher than it's ever been. I mean, with all the running games out there and the Olympics, you'd make a fortune. You'd be like Scrooge McDuck, just jumping into coins, you know? And that would kill a lesser waterfowl, but not Scrooge McDuck. He is impervious to injury, due in large part to the fact that he, too, sold high on running. Alright, the truth is, obviously, I know very little about how the anatomy of the duck actually works, and I know as much about finances as the average Wall Street broker, which is to say I just make shit up. But what I do know is that this is a game based on continuously running, there are a lot of them, and this one's great. And DuckTales was a phenomenal program. It's one epic night for the iPhone, laddie.
Whippity-hoo! When does this thing end?
Just released to the App Store, One Epic Night is the latest endless runner on the iPhone. This one puts you in control of a running knight who is understandably livid over the media's love affair with Usain Bolt. When asked for comment, the knight said, with anger boiling in his eyes and steam rising from the top of his helmet, that skinny hack doesn't even carry a sword. The knight chooses to avenge his media snub by running through a sprawling cave filled with monsters, chasms, and living blobs of lime Jell-O. It's your job to guide him through the caves by swiping your finger, and you know very well which finger the knight would use. Oh, what's that, Usain Bolt? You run in stadiums? Oh, how strenuous. I run in a f***ing cave!
How deep does this go exactly?
Well, the Scrooge McDuck reference is actually valid here, because One Epic Night is mostly about collecting coins. They're scattered through the cave like lines of breadcrumbs, only breadcrumbs that can buy you tolls of death. The more money you collect, the more upgrades and power-ups you can purchase. The only real issue I had with this game was that it was sometimes hard to see obstacles until you were, already falling into them. Otherwise, One Epic Night is another solid runner for your iPhone, as well as a tragic tale about media coverage during the Middle Ages and its effect on athletes.
I hope this doesn't end up on Twitter.